what you're offering vibrationally. Recently, Esther got something from someone that she didn't really want to get from that person. And she didn't expect to get it from that person because she thought she had trained that person to be different than that. So when she got that from that person, it shook her up, because made her realize that years and years of training had done nothing. Sort of a feeling of futility. And then as she was in bed that night, she was thinking about it, and she wasn't really blameful toward that person as much as she was unhappy about how things had been going. And then a very clear thought in response to her finally very clear question came into her mind. And the thought was, hold the phone, wait a minute, there is no law of assertions, it's all attraction. So that means that person didn't assert anything into my experience, I attracted it. Oh crap. That again. Hey Abraham, I'm getting pretty tired of being responsible for each and everything that happens to me, and can't somebody else take responsibility for anything? Well, maybe they can, but it's not up to you to demand it, and every time you try you get out of whack. So Esther concluded, after thrashing about for a few hours in the night, if there really is only attraction, then I did attract this. And then she realized that she was trying to control with her words while she was attracting something different. In other words, if I'm getting this, I must be expecting it. I must be expecting that. So I'm using words that say things like, I love you, when my vibration is, you're letting me down again. But Abraham, what if somebody really is letting you down? Then you're facing reality, not changing it. But Abraham, when does somebody else get some responsibility in this co-creative dance? Every single minute and every single day, everybody else has responsibility too, just nothing that you can do anything about with your words. Have you noticed how people don't behave? Oh, sometimes you can be strong enough with them, you can offer enough threats that they'll pretend to behave, but they're not really behaving, and the universe will keep showing you their lack of behaving, their lack of response to your words. So finally you have to own it, that you attracted that even though you didn't want it. So the way you feel is about your own push-pull. My words say I love you, my vibration says you're letting me down. My words say you're doing a really good job, my vibration says, oh, you could do so much better. My words say everything in my world is perfect, my vibration says, what am I going to do with you? You see what we're getting at? If there's anything that's wonky in your vibration, and there is, and it's okay, if there's anything that's wonky in your vibration, this is what we're wanting to say to you. It hasn't got anything to do with anybody else. What's wonky in your vibration is your own push-pull. And at the heart of it is that we love you so much. Bless your hearts. You have come to the belief that you can control things with words. So you say things that you want to believe that you don't believe, but the universe always brings you exactly what you believe. Always. So bless the others for helping you know where your weak spots are, where your not believing about what you want spots are. Have we put you into a state of depression? Because most of you would choose blame over self-introspection. It is a simpler thing to say, wait a minute, I didn't feel this way until I engaged with you about this. And since I didn't feel this way until I engaged with you about this, then it must be you. But it never is. So once you decide to establish a conscious relationship between you and your inner being, which means you decide to care about how you feel and own it when you don't feel good, and acknowledge that you not feeling good is about the push-pull in you, you're gonna improve every relationship you have, because you're going to let them all off the hook. Can you imagine being up close and personal with someone, an employer or a lover or a parent or a child, anyone, a friend, having a relationship with someone who just wants to love you and isn't demanding anything from you to shore them up? They've already found out how to be whole, and now they are wholly living happily ever after and expecting you to do the same. And there's no competition, there's no power struggle, there's no game playing, there's no you are diminishing me, there's none of that stuff that never was anyway. That was always your disagreement with your inner being. Every time you every time you present yourself as someone who is needy, you get crossways of your inner being who knows you aren't. That's like your inner being standing with a basket of everything you've ever asked for, and you pretending like the basket doesn't exist because your friend won't give you anything. And we say you're looking for your stuff in all the wrong places. You're looking for love in all the wrong places. You're looking for clarity in all the wrong places. Now, have we talked you into being antisocial? That wasn't our goal. We just want you to hook up with who you are and then play with each other, instead of looking for something that isn't there, and when you don't find it, then you're in a funk. Look for it where it is and find it, and then go play with others who have found it too. And when you look for connection and find it, you'll find others who have looked for it and found it, and then you'll be like this crowd here today. In other words, that's what this is really about. Oh, you're not all there, and you're not all there every time. Esther's not there all the time either. But we say for sure about Esther, when she's not there, she knows it. And when she's not there, she's not going to blame you for her not being there. And now we're wanting to help her not blame her for not being there either. It's okay to not be there. How can you be somewhere that you don't even know there's a place to be? How do you even know that you want it until you don't have it? Isn't that the process of life? Isn't that what the evolution and expansion of life is? We're just giving you a few quick start tips. The whole point of getting into alignment with who you are through breathing or through meditation is that if you can distract yourself from thoughts that are in your way, then you'll be there. It's like if you hold the cork under the water, you've got resistance on the cork because its natural tendency is to rise in the water. So if you let go of it, it will rise. So if you let go of the thought that's holding you in resistance, your vibration will rise. And that's the whole point of meditation. So there are lots of techniques, but anything that you focus upon that is interesting enough that you'll stop thinking about the things that are holding you down is a good technique. The breathing long in, big breaths in, and then long time out. The technique that we teach is a little unnatural in that it's a shorter time taking it in and a longer time letting it out. And the reason that we like it so much is because it's just weird enough you have to think about it. And so since it's weird enough that you have to think about it, then you can't think about the other things that you are introducing resistance into your experience in that moment. And you'll get so that breathing just takes you right to where you want to be so easily that after a little while you realize that you have not got any good excuse for ever being in a state of resistance, because you're breathing all day every day. And if you'll just stop and focus on your breathing while you're driving, while you're walking, while you're running, while you're lying in bed, while you're sitting in readiness for meditation, while you're listening to someone talking, in any moment in time, these are tools you have with you. You don't need to carry rocks around. You don't need to carry recordings around. You don't need to be with somebody else. You have the ability to breathe all the time. And you have the ability to focus upon your breath all the time. And when you make your conscious attention to your breath your friend, now you've got this steady tool that will lower your blood pressure and improve your recall and improve your flexibility and give you new agility and open your doors to insights and hook you up with inner being and let you trust that the rock is there and give you the physical prowess, the physical coordination to know it's there, to leap for it, and the balance to find it. Everything that you wish for can come to you through nothing more than breathing deliberately. That's all it takes. But most of you don't. You don't even know you're breathing. Have you ever caught yourself taking a big gasp and you realize, I don't think I was breathing. I don't think I was breathing. Do you ever yawn? That's your inner being knowing that you haven't been breathing and giving you an impulse that causes you to breathe.